Hi, this is Trish from Networks Computer Solutions, and we're looking at a new course. Today we're looking at starting Canva. I've already jumped ahead, but I forgot to record the first few steps. So I'm actually at where you start your first design once you have created your account with Canva and managed to log in. This particular account is going to be a free account for this tutorial, and we've actually logged it in using our Facebook account. So from this first design screen, we can then choose which of these we want to use, or we can choose a selection from down the bottom. For this tutorial, I'm going to select the invitation option down the bottom. You can just see down here. So I'll click left, click on that. Now tips will appear as you're a new learner to using Canva. So let's have a look at their tips. The tip that they're showing here is called editing. To edit an element, click on it. There's no elements on our design at the moment. So if we click on next, the next tip is that we can add our own photos. Now we'll go through this in another lesson, so let's click on next. And then our final tip is to publish. So we can click this option up here to either download or print our design directly. Okay, so I'm going to click the Got It button. Now, as you can see, we've got a blank template here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the templates. So over on the left-hand side, click the Templates option. So now it's just a matter of choosing a template for what we would like. I might look at birthday invitations. So I don't particularly like these two here, so I can either click on the arrow here to scroll through, or I can go see all. Now I've got the option up here again to sign up for Pro. All of these ones here do seem to be available with our free account. Let's try this one. Okay, so it comes up as a 40th design, and there's some text and some numbers on the back here. So if I'm looking at the different design, you can see that it's made of different design elements. This O is actually a text box. Same with this 4 is also a text box. And there's also a text box here with the date and address in. This up here is also another text box. This here is a line. Now these are individual little design elements, the little crosses. All of these can be changed, added or removed. So let's start by changing the colour of our background first. You can see if you click on the little square on the outside that it actually selects the whole background. And up the top up here is a little teal colour. What I want to do is I want to change this to pink. So click on the green teal. Now the colour that I want is not available in my default palette. So I'm going to click on new colour and come over to pink. Well, that's not bad actually, that colour. I might copy and paste this hex code in, but we'll have a look around. So I'm going to select the hex code, hold down Control and C on the keyboard to select the text, and we'll drag it around. Actually might like it. We'll leave it at that one. I like that one. And then once we've selected our colour, we'll just click on this new colour box again to close it. So now we've got a background change. I want to change this from 40 to 80. So to do that, I'm going to select the 4 and just type in the number 8. So double click to select the 4, drag in the number 8. Now it's gone up a bit. I want to drag it back down, so to do that, I can grab hold of the bottom, and as I put over the bottom, you'll see that the cursor changes to a crosshair. Grab hold of the 8 and drag it back down. That shouldn't be too bad there. I will leave the 0 as it is, and so you can see it now says 80. So the next thing we'll need to change is these text boxes. I don't particularly like this line element here, so I'm going to left click on it to select it and then just push the delete key on the keyboard to get rid of it. Okay, so let's see the text up here. Surprise party for Keith Harrell, it says in the text. But because we're going to do this for a lady, let's double click on that text box. And we'll just select the words Keith. And I'm going to delete them. And I'm going to type in a name. Now, apologies if this is actually someone's name, it's just one I've made up. So let's leave the rest of the text maybe. We're not in Bayshore, New York. We're in Australia. To change that bit of the text into the Bayshore, I'm going to put Bayside. And RSVP. Now you can see this text down here is a little bit hard to read. If you have a look up the top, you can see that it's only 9.1. So what I want to do is I want to make that font a bit bigger. So I'm going to hold down Control and A on my keyboard to select all the text. And then in this drop down link up here, I'm going to change that. I might change that up to 18. Well, that's a bit much. So let's drop it back down to 12, which is more in keeping. They're in 11, to be with Australian, and we'll take off that number. Okay, so these texts here are now roughly the same. It's a little bit hard to read the black on the white, but if I change this one to white, then it's going to merge in with the white background. I don't particularly like these little white crosses on it. So I'm going to delete the crosses. And let's see if we can find some flowers to pretty this up. So I'm going to delete all the crosses for a start. And then we'll go over to our design elements. And I'm going to do a search for flower. Now all of these design elements can be changed. I don't mind this particular one. So if I left click on that, it'll drag it out to the center. What would happen if I put that up? No. So it's just a matter now of looking through the different designs and seeing what you like. These ones here that have the little cross, the little crown on them, pop up with the word Pro. So they are only available for free for Pro users. If it says free, it's available for free. It's a matter again of finding the one that you like. And then once you've found the one that you like, I'm just going to duplicate that option up here at the top here to duplicate it. And then I'm just going to drag the other flower into position. Now this one here is actually covering up the text. So what I need to do is I need to set that one to the back. So if I go to position and then backward, let's have a look. Okay, we might leave it there for this particular lesson. Hang on a sec, so I can get this to pause. So here's our completed design. What we need to do now is to save our design. Canva does save all our changes automatically, but in order to be able to find this design a bit easier in our dashboard, we're going to give it a name. So up the top up here, I've got the number out there. You may not have anything up there at the moment. I'm just going to type a birthday card and then press enter. One more thing we will need to do before we actually finish this design is to download it to our computer. Up the top up here where it says print cards, there's a drop down arrow. Click on that and you get some options. I'm going to choose the download option. And then I get the option, do I want to download it as a PDF? No, I want to download it as an image so I can use it later. So left click on where it says PDF. And then I've got the option of JPG or PNG. I prefer PNG because it is a higher quality image than PNG. So select PNG and then go, you get this pop-up box and it should have downloaded. So that's it for our first little look at Canva. We'll be back with section 2 in just a moment. Thanks, bye.